12 days of Beardsmas is back, big baby. Oh yeah, for the next 12 days at 3 p.m. Eastern every single day, we're gonna have a new video in addition to the existing videos that I do every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern. And with 12 days of Beardsmas, this is year number 6, I believe. Unreal. Every day we're going to have a story about a historical figure that has facial hair. We're going to highlight a beard product company, and we're going to do a giveaway for you guys that's around a $50 value every single day. Very simple. And I want to start by saying happy holidays and thank you guys for checking out this video and checking out this channel. If you're excited about today's video, if you're excited about this season or anything to do with this channel, real quick, it's free. Hit that thumbs up, aka the like button on this video. Now, brief background. If you guys don't know, I used to be a middle school history teacher, and I have a passion for history, man. I could talk about all sorts of eras of history, and I wanted to find ways to be able to work that passion and that former career of mine into what I do here, in 12 Days of Beardsmas is absolutely perfect. So I think we just jump right into it, and today is Leif Erikson. Now, this is one you guys have asked for year after year. I've actually covered family members of him before I covered him. And the main reason is I only cover stories that excite me. I only cover stories that I feel passionate about giving the information. Otherwise, it just becomes that boring history teacher. For me, engagement is key. If I'm learning, I want to listen to every word. I want to know what's coming next in the story. And if I can't do that, I'm not going to cover them. So I wasn't eager or excited to cover Leif, but you guys kept asking for it. And I think I found an angle to make it work with my passion and what I like. So to begin here, of course, we know that Leif is the Norseman explorer. He is the man that is probably the first European to step foot onto North America. He touched North America like 500 years before Columbus even left Europe. So this is like early days. And we'll get to Leif, and I'll get to the history and the stories, but I do want to start with a family member of his, and that is his half-sister. She is very fascinating for me in almost like a villain-like role. Essentially, she came over to North America as well, and she was with her husband, and she was with 2 brothers. Now, when she gets over to North America, they're settled, they're camping. She tells her husband, hey, those 2, they beat me. They beat me up. I need some revenge. You need to go kill them. Her husband's like, hey, that's my wife, you got it. Well, they had different campsites. So it's not like different cities or villages, but you had a campsite of a small group over here, and then they had just different groups that kind of would eat together. They would sleep in the same tents and stuff, and then they would come all together as like a community during the day. Well, one night, his sister's husband, right, Leif Erikson's sister's husband, marched over to that other campsite with an axe in hand and killed the 2 brothers that beat his wife, supposedly. Well, that wasn't enough. He decided he was going to kill all of the men in this campsite as well, even though they had nothing to do with it. They weren't even defending these guys. He wanted to send a message. Comes back, reports to his wife, I killed them. She still wasn't happy. So he goes back to the campsite and murders all of the women based on the orders of his wife, aka Leif Erikson's half-sister. Whoa, okay. And by the way, if you look her up, there's a lot of stories about her being this like hero that fought off the Native Americans that were attacking them. I don't know about that. I don't think it's exactly an innocent situation that she was being attacked if you look at the track record there, but that's just another story again. Supposedly these 2 men beat her, has them murdered, murders all the men, and murders all the women at their campsite just because they were there. Wow. Okay, now reporting back to Leif. Leif has an interesting life, and the most interesting thing for me about him is his entire life is chronicled in several stories that are very popular throughout history. Now, we don't know who the authors of these stories are, which is very interesting. And when we start following his journey, by the way, he does have a beard, right? We saw the picture up over here. He always had like a short to medium beard, but it was a full beard. He was known as a bearded guy, as well as many of his family members. So we got the beard under wraps there. And of course, he was an explorer. He probably landed on an island before North America. There's a couple of disputed stories on what happened. Did someone from the ship see the land and they went? Did he hear about the land and they went to explore it and find it? Who knows? But I will say, we have these stories throughout time, and the more archaeological, hate that word, but I nailed it, archaeological evidence that we find, it backs up the stories. It seems like this actually is true. It seems like he really was the first European to step foot on America, not Columbus, not some of these other disputed names. And then when he got there, if he did good, if he did bad, that's up to you guys. People like to compare him to Columbus and think about what happened immediately after Columbus, but what about the 500 years after Leif Erikson? Well, I will just say Leif Erikson was not a saint. He was not somebody that had this perfect track record of human rights, right? He was out there conquering. That's a big thing. And to kind of bring this full circle, if you guys didn't know his family, his father is Eric the Red, who I've actually covered on this channel before. And essentially, Leif discovers North America for the Europeans, comes back home, his dad dies. Once his dad dies, Leif then becomes the chieftain of Greenland. He is now this big leader, and if you're following the family tree, it's quite interesting because Leif Erikson's grandfather was exiled and banished out of Norway. All right, so the family has to leave. They then go to Iceland. Well, Leif Erikson's dad, Eric the Red, was banished and exiled away from Iceland, and then they find Greenland. And yes, you have the stories, right? Iceland is beautiful, so they name it Iceland to keep people away. Greenland is not so beautiful, so they name it Greenland to attract people, and it starts to grow. But yeah, there's a huge history of violence and murder and exile all throughout his family. Leif somewhat kind of broke that trend. He remained the leader of Greenland and had a pretty peaceful rest of his life. And the dude was just a monster of a figure when it comes to history, especially when we look at like Leif Erikson Day. And the final thing, speaking of North America, I believe we actually say his name wrong in North America. It's not Leaf like we find on trees. It's supposed to be pronounced Leif, like L-A-L-A-Y-F, Leif instead of Leaf, but this is America, we say Leaf. I'm not the king of pronunciation, obviously, if you guys follow this channel, but I just thought this was interesting, and maybe the only thing more interesting than Leif Erikson himself is the family tree and the characters that belong on that family tree of his. Wild, but that's day 1 of 12 days of Beardsmas. Let's go into the company, and then we're gonna cover the giveaway that we're doing today. So the company that we're gonna feature today is actually a company who helped come up with the idea of this series 6 years ago, and that would be Fable Beard Co. Now, I am going to cover 4 different companies. Now, if you guys are decent at math, right, I'm going to cover all of them 3 times. I'm going to do something different on each of those rounds. The first one's just going to be introduction. My affiliate discount code with this company is DANC20, so you guys can save 20% off Fable Beard Co. And what I want to talk about today is what this company is known for. Of course, we have a plethora of products. We have so many different things, but they are known for their art. They are known for their collectible ability. They're known for their Facebook community and just this world, like this actual world that they created. Now, there's a lot of companies these days that do things like this, and art. Fable was the first in the beard industry. Straight up pioneers, straight up changed the course of a lot of different companies out there, and they do it so well. I really, really, really love what they do with the art. I love their oils. I love so many things about this company. Don't sleep on their growth elixir. It's essentially a supplement that has biotin, collagen, so many other things that you can ingest with just water, and it's gonna help the health and growth rate of your beard. Awesome company. For the giveaway today, it's a really cool one. We are going to give away 3 months of their subscription service. So they do have a subscription. I'm pretty positive that this is a former oil from their subscription line. And essentially every month they have a new character, a new scent. They send it out to you. You don't have to do anything online at that moment. It's just automatic, right? You guys know subscription services. Somebody today is going to win 3 months of this subscription service 100% free. You don't pay shipping. You don't pay taxes. This will be sent out to you. And the kind of cool thing is this is like a giveaway that keeps giving. So rather than getting just 1 package, you're going to get 3 of them, 1 each month after this win. So pretty neat. Now, to get into the giveaway today, and it's going to kind of lead forward for the rest of the series. Number 1, be subscribed to this channel. You cannot win unless you're subscribed. Number 2, I'm going to put a Gleamed link in the description. It might be under my link tree, but that's where it's located. And all you need to do for this entire 12 days is sign up on that Gleamed link once. You put your name, put your email, and you're entered there. However, You do need to follow step number 3, and that's leave a comment on every 12 days of Beardsmas video that you want to be entered into. That's very, very important there. If I can't find your comment because it doesn't match up with the name or the email you signed up with, or I don't know who you are, I'm going to email that and say, hey, can you please send me a screenshot of your comment? And if it's not by the time I email you, you cannot win. So you do want to get that comment in. These are daily giveaways, so you don't really have a chance to wait. So make sure you're putting the comment, make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you are following by signing up for that Gleam link. And that's it. And then you guys are good to go. If the giveaways are not important to you, don't worry about that. These videos will live on forever. You can catch this history lesson in the company spotlight at any time. Thank you guys for watching today. My question for you to leave the comment down below. Each day does have a specific comment guide as well. So don't just do an emoji or anything. You got to follow the instructions here. The comment I would like to see to enter the giveaway today is something about Fable Beard Co. If you have tried them, what's something that you love about this company? Customer service, the art, the products, the scents. Let us know down below. And if you have not tried Fable Beard Co., what stands out to you the most? Is there something where you're like, I would love to try that? That's got my name written all over it. Or if you have a question for the company, you can leave that down below as well. So 3 options on the comment to enter the giveaway, you guys. What is something you've loved from Fable Beard Co? What is something you would love to try from Fable Beard Co? And then any questions for Fable Beard Co? Whoo! 'Tis the season, everybody. I am pumped. I hope you guys are as well. It is time for 12 days of Beardsmas. My name is Dancy Bearded. I appreciate all of you guys. Please stay bearded and stay positive.